We are back. It is 8:41, and we are back with a broadcasting legend, Mr. Bob Costas.
If you're around long enough, right? once kind of irreverent newcomer, now whatever.
No, still babyface Bob. He's been a fixture in almost every major sporting event, including 12 Olympics. He's received more than 24 Emmys for his work, and today he is using his voice for a very special cause, the Great Sports Legends Dinner here in New York. Always good to have you, Bob.
Thank you, Craig. Good to see you.
Let's talk about the dinner first.
I'm going to reposition myself here.
Yeah, okay,
here,
good.
That's right. There we go.
Okay. Tell us about the dinner and your involvement. This isn't the first time you've emceed it, by the way.
No, many times. This is the 40th anniversary. Mark Buoniconti, the son of NFL Hall of Famer Nick Buoniconti, part of Don Shula's perfect team in the early 70s when they went 17-0. 19 years old, at the Citadel, linebacker, makes a tackle, winds up being paralyzed, quadriplegic. There he is with his dad. Nick Buoniconti is one of the most accomplished people I've ever known. All-American at Notre Dame, All-Pro and Hall of Famer as a player. There we are. Practicing attorney, sports agent, broadcaster, all those things. And he called upon all of his energy and all of his connections. He said, I'm not just going to take care of my son. I am going to turn this tragedy into something worthwhile. And to this point, they've raised more than $550 million, not just for therapies, but for research. There have been breakthroughs. They actually call it the Miami Project to Cure Paralysis, and a lot of people scoff. They haven't cured it at this point, but they have been able to produce some increased function, better quality of life, therapies, and the research that they're doing, which is, of course, ongoing, also has applications for stroke victims, Parkinson's, MS, Alzheimer's. It's wonderful what they've done. You know, I've often said it's one thing to have good intentions. It's another thing to be so incredibly competent in the pursuit of those intentions. The late Nick Buoniconti was, and what he and his son established has ongoing meaning. Tonight will mark the 40th year they've done it. While I have you, we've got to talk a little sports here. Let's just start with what happened last night in the Cowboys game. Game ends in a tie. Right. For folks who don't understand how something like this happens, this is the NFL has tweaked the rules over the overtime rules over the years. This is where they've landed, where you can have a game that ends in a tie. Well, it used to be way back when sudden death. Whoever scores first in an overtime wins the game. Then they realized that wasn't entirely fair, and it got a little more complicated. But whoever scores first doesn't win. They will play until someone has an advantage after subsequent possessions. And that didn't happen. Do you think this is the solution, though? Well, you had a 17-game season, plus potentially playoffs. We know that as popular as football is, it's a very dangerous game. You don't want the players out on the field indefinitely. And so they played this almost never happens under these rules. They played a full 15-minute overtime, and it winds up tied 40-40. You know, someone once said a tie is like kissing your sister. So that's the old adage in sports, and that's what they wound up, a little peck on the cheek of your sister last night. Perhaps you've heard the NBA returning to its rightful home in D.C. Yes, I heard a rumor to that effect. I want to play, this is one of my favorite Costas calls from the 90s. This is Bob Costas in 1998. Watch the tape.
Jordan, open. Chicago with the lead. Who knows what will unfold in the next several months? But that may have been the last shot Michael Jordan will ever take in the NBA.
You've had so many great calls, but you were sort of the soundtrack to my Sundays back in the 90s. What stands out to you most from that period? Well, it really was a golden era. Michael Jordan and the Bulls, 6 championships, the first dream team in Barcelona in 1992, and the constellation of stars surrounding Michael Jordan. Obviously, he was the biggest. One of them, Dominique Wilkins, will be at the event tonight for the Buoniconti Fund. Karl Malone, John Stockton, Isaiah Thomas, Charles Barkley, on and on. And I think that NBC did an incredible job, not of creating hype, but of heightening the actual drama that was there. The way the NBA was presented on NBC, I think, is remembered very fondly. I was lucky to be part of it.
You think about Marv Albert and Ahmad Rashad and the late, great Bill Walton and Steve Jones. I mean, we had a good thing going.
Yeah, the golden age of the NBA. It's coming back. Bob, thank you. You're coming back,
Craig.
too.
Good to see you.
Come back next hour as well. We're going to talk some more about tonight. We're also you're going to spend some time with Kurt Busch, NASCAR champion, who's a part of the dinner tonight as well. So it's good to have you back.
And the baseball playoffs are looming.
Yes, we're going to talk baseball as well.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.